Yeah,
you
mate.
been?
I'm going to get you got some gifts. Oh, you got it.
Jeez.
You in? Come on.
Is it Black Friday or something?
Yeah, it's Black Friday.
Daily gang.
Daily gang.
Bonus footage.
Bonus footage. Hello. And leaving in 10 minutes. Yeah, we get 15, don't we? Just put one on it just in case. I love you.
And this is yours.
Bye bye.
And then this is yours, Phil.
Parking. Had to deal with the parking.
And then this is yours, Ayush.
He's like Santa Claus, isn't he?
Yeah.
Taken everywhere with
And then there's this, guys. I don't know what this is. It's like a bag, some sort. And then Felipe. I bought you.
Oi. Oh.
Oh my god.
Wow. So that was the drone that Steve just smashed onto the floor. There was brand new. And they was really kind and they threw in an extra controller.
An extra gimbal, hopefully.
Hopefully an extra part of the camera.
Yeah, that was
They did, yeah?
that was thingy.
As a gift.
Let me explain that to the daily, Tom. So this was, I think, 700 quid or something.
Yeah, that was
£710, right?
set.
And then with this, it was 850.
Yeah.
So I said to the guy, I was like, oh no, you can just use his iPhone.
Yeah.
And he was like, well, what about if I just throw it in for free and you just pay £700? I was like, well, yeah, I'm not going to refuse that. And then he came back out the back and he was like, oh, I don't know if I'm allowed to do that. Do you want to buy a different one? I said that. And he went, no, you said it now. And he went, all right, insane. And then he went in. But the reason the box is open, and I've just dropped it, is because they took that one out and gave us this one.
Oh, right, yeah.
So you have that. And then also, I bought that for home, for the daily, for you guys. Bought that. And then they gave you some stuff to put in your bags. Like little like metal things.
Pins for your rucksacks. Like,
Very cool.
Very
pin
cool.
badges.
So yours as well.
And they give you this, a drawing mat.
Oh, yeah.
Proper blood drawing mat.
Handy.
And then I bought each one of you
For the
some
garden,
Louboutin stuff.
Nah, you're lying.
No, I'm joking. I'm
Let's
joking.
see.
Yeah,
Look at this.
The fuck?
Yeah. So as long as you're happy with that.
Do you like it, boys?
Love it.
You like your new drone, Phil?
Thanks,
Phil
Dad.
finally has his own drone, and
Thanks.
now we're going to see drone footage every day on the daily. Aren't we?
If he wants to put.
Aren't we,
Yeah.
Phil?
Yes, we
I
are.
love
We
my
are.
new remote.
I love my new remote.
Can you use that remote with your one?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Well, there you go. You can both figure out how to do it. But you know the backpacks. The backpacks are awesome. Do you know about these backpacks though? No banter.
What?
They're like yours was like 300 quid for a backpack. These ones were like 180 or one.
Look at how diddy they are.
Don't let him touch it.
I wonder how that opens.
What do you mean, did it?
Don't you think that's diddy?
Yeah, but
But
it's,
so-
it's perfect.
No, it's an amazing bit of kit. It weighs nothing, isn't it?
Put it in my pocket.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah.
No.
249 grams.
Put it in your backpack.
Yeah, sorry.
So
That's amazing. Do you want to feel it?
I'm not interested as long as it does the right thing and it does.
Slides.
What you done now?
I don't know, did I break it again?
Broke another piece.
Oh, are you happy with that, Phil?
Yeah, thank you very much, Dad. Dad, Steve.
You're funny. Your banter's hilarious. And guys, it's 6 o'clock. They're still here. Duna, that's my Louboutin stuff.
Come on, show them.
It's just a belt and
I
some
wanna
aftershave.
see.
Guys, I'm not going to open the other stuff, but you know I have a massive collection of aftershaves. I'm a big, massive aftershave Louboutin. I only wear the same brand, which I think you all know. Yeah, I've just knotted that now. So, Phil might have to do some like...
Fast forward.
No, you don't actually, I've got it.
Okay.
How good was that? But I only wear Louboutin aftershave. It's just something in me that I do. This one matches the property circle because it's called Orage. Orage.
Oh, goodness.
And then I just bought a new belt. But I don't need to show you a belt. So yeah, happy days. All my team are happy. All my team have new stuff, which is pretty cool. Can we open one of the backpacks so we can show the daily, the backpacks, because they are so cool.
Yeah.
Doing it, your backpack.
Listen, remember last time we done this?
Yes.
I'm scared.
Oh, yeah. The dog food.
Yeah.
Go on then, Duna. Yours is the big one, because obviously you have to carry more stuff when we do.
That is true. Oh my god, sorry, Phil.
It's alright.
Big mic you've got there, Phil.
You know.
And that's new actually, we bought it for the daily.
Alright, this seems like it should fit quite a lot in it.
Get a suitcase.
So what, it's from the DJI shop, dude? Yeah.
So,
There you go,
So look, and then this, he showed me.
No,
This-
look,
this-
it's
yeah,
doing this thing, it's not yours.
You have to open it from
No,
the
no,
back.
Do you know-
I like Tom running
Do you know what
me
he actually
through
did
it.
today?
Right.
We was walking down to the co-op last night to get a chocolate
Don't
bar and a
say
drink. And he was walking down the road like this, yeah, with his bag. Like this. And he was carrying it. And then the next thing I know, I've looked behind me, Dan's carrying his bag.
No. See, Dan approached me and went, "Do you want me to carry that, mate?" And I went, "Yeah, go on then." Somebody offers to carry something for you. I don't feel anyway.
I was like, Dan, give him his bag back.
"Do you want me to show you or not?"
Yeah.
Yeah, can you do it?
So
You
this
can
is
do
the
thing.
expansion.
They've given
This
you
is
the
like the
run through.
expansion thing.
Yeah.
And then you open it from like the back, from what the guy showed me. So like there's a here,
Yeah.
and then obviously it all opens up into. Is a bit safe.
Gadgets.
All opens up. And then you've got like a separate bag for like for your drone.
You
and
draw
stuff.
all your cameras.
Yeah.
And then you've got all your different compartments that you can move around. He said.
Nice.
Cool. Happy.
Yeah. Jill, you can also have my drone bag now.
Oh, there you
Unless
He's got a drone one.
got a
He's
drone
got
one,
one
yeah,
here.
yeah. So yeah. But we figured get you the bigger one because you've got so much kit. There's little pockets everywhere.
Yeah.
Bits
No,
and
that
bobs
is
in it.
wicked. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And then
You don't have to say thank you because you do amazing jobs, all of you. So
Where's your screw?
even Daily Gang, even Ayush got a new bag. Even Ayush was he
He was
piecing
piecing up. He was piecing up.
So guys, we've got to talk about it. We've got to talk about it. Ayush has been here now for a few months and he's trimmed up. His face trimmed up.
Yeah.
But he's more relaxed around us now. He started doing a few little things, which is really nice because we're very close as a team. And Ayush was, oh, here you go. Ayush was the new kid on the block.
He's fitting in well.
Push it upwards.
I've been hearing about some of the stuff you've been teaching him today.
And then these are down.
Go
We're not repeating it on the daily.
What one was it?
I'm not saying it on the daily.
The British cake.
Yes.
This is yours.
No, I can't put it in.
Can't put it in. It's not being said. That's not what we do.
What's this?
What?
You go.
No, it's good, Karen.
You've got like clips and stuff in there.
Very
That's
nice
for
bag.
you
That
guys.
is nice.
So then
I feel as though Tom's jealous. Like Tom wants one of these bags
Yeah,
for
they're
no
wicked,
reason.
man.
Look,
He wants
How
to be
cool
one of
are
the
they?
boys.
Yeah.
I want to be a videographer.
Yeah.
I want to alleviate all my responsibilities in life and just be a videographer.
Fucking
Get me a drone and a camera.
send you
and I'll be
fucking
there,
P45 and I'll put you on as a videographer right now. The stress that I'd be saved. Oh, go on, mate. You got a videographer? Changed his mind now, innit?
What? What?
Changed his mind now, innit? See.
It's too
But
tight.
Daily Gang,
I just feel like, yeah,
this was Friday night.
Steve.
I'm going to show you some stuff from tomorrow, Saturday, some stuff on Sunday. Phil will put it all together for Monday's daily. Monday's daily might be like, this daily you're watching now might be like an hour and 57 minutes long. But, yes, guys, I'm going to have dinner with my family at Pizza by Valley, my favourite restaurant,
Have to try
at 7:30. It's 6:05 and it takes me an hour to get there. So,
Yeah.
peace, au revoir, laters. It was all going so well. We was on track, we was early, Duna got up at 6 o'clock, Ayush was ready at 7, and then the joys of the M6. Hopefully everyone's okay. I'm hearing there's an accident, so hopefully no one's hurt. Fingers crossed. But we're on the way to the Preston house for the JV meetup. I'm excited to see it because the roof is on and the structure is in place so I can physically see the two apexes, so I'm excited to see that. How was your weekend, Duna?
It was quick,
One day.
but it was relaxing. I had a nice chilled out day yesterday. Took the dog for a walk. I was actually dog sitting. That's why I couldn't get about last evening, you know, to certain things.
We missed Dan's party.
Yes, we did.
Yes.
Listen, Dan, sorry about that. I did really want to go, but I sent my brother Phil in my place, and I hope you had a great night. But yeah, I just had to be up early for this, so yeah.
Yeah, it was an early start this morning.
Yeah.
But we'll take him out for dinner on Tuesday.
Yeah, it's on me because I lost the bet.
You did lose the bet. So Duna's said to me today, we're going to Swansea to shoot 2 videos. One at one of my projects, flat conversions, and one at one of my mentor students. He's done a straightforward flip. He might turn into a buy to that actually, he said. And
he said, we've shot a video at my mentor student's house before in Swansea. And I was like, man, I've only ever been to Swansea like a handful of times, never been to his house. And he was convinced, wasn't you?
Yeah.
And then it turns out that the house that we actually shot was in Nottingham.
Yeah, but it was simple. I just got a name mixed up. That was it.
That was it. Yeah, Nottingham, Swansea, Nottingham.
So yeah, Nando's is on me. Tuesday, Dan, you're welcome. There you go.
That's another win on a Sunday morning. And we've just got to sit now and just wait to see how long this takes to pass. And I'll catch you guys in Preston in about
4 hours.
Yeah. Guys, we never made it to Preston. It turned into something happened. We don't know what's happened on the motorway. Hopefully everybody's okay. Completely shut off, standstill. We managed to get off and turn around. We could have got stuck in the traffic. A couple of members got stuck in the traffic. Don't look like they're getting out anytime soon. So now I'm going back home. The boys have had an early start for no reason, but they got to spend some time with me. We got to spend some time together as a family. They don't look impressed whatsoever. But I'll fill you in at home on what the rest of my day entails. Let's get back.
Daily gang, it is 1 minute to midnight and Sunday, about to turn into Monday morning. Cruz and Isabella are fast asleep and I've just got out of the shower. I'm sorting out some bits and pieces that need to be done tomorrow in the meeting, the team meeting, the Monday morning team meeting. I have had an unbelievable 2 lives tonight. So I did an Instagram live, 8 till 9:30. That was the best one I've done ever. Every Sunday, every Wednesday, 8 o'clock, I go live on Instagram. And then after the live finished on Instagram, I went on to my Property Circle app and I did a live with some members. And that was the best live I've ever done with Property Circle members. And we just free flowed. They asked me some personal questions. Talked about cars actually, which is pretty cool. Talked about my Isabella, picking the right partner in life. Obviously lots of property stuff, but it was just a great conversation on both platforms tonight. So it's left me in a really good mood. And it's made me realise that my circle is super small, but I actually don't know whether I like my circle anymore. Now, all the people in my circle are great, but I think I'm bored of my circle. I don't feel as though my energy matches their energy. Yeah, tonight I opened my eyes to a few things, and I just had a really, really good evening on Instagram Live and my Property Circle app. So yeah, I'm happy. I've got to finish this. It's going to take me about an hour to get it right, so I should head off to bed about 1. Try and get there a little bit earlier because I've got to be up at 6, got to be in the office for 7:30. I've got a meeting at 9, and I've got the Monday morning meeting at 10, and then I got a Zoom at 11. I got interviews between 2 and 4 for a new office admin or office manager for 11 luxury estates. I got 4 people booked in for interviews on that. But Sunday night, I'm happy. 7th day, 7th YouTube release. 7 on the bounce, 7 YouTube videos in 7 days. Doing it for 365 days, so I will put 365 videos out over the next 358 days left, consistently, without missing a day. I am a property developer. I'm not a guru. And now I'm going to show all of these other people out there on social media that have really negative things to say towards me and my brand. And anybody out there that's selling courses and ripping people off and doing naughty things, try and do what I do for 365 days, or try and do what I did for the 88 weeks on the weekly, or try and do what I do in real life where I actually buy and develop properties.
I'm going to eliminate everybody from the market. My plan over the next 3 years is literally just to wipe the market clean and only be me left standing. That's it. So everybody that wants to learn anything to do with property in the UK goes to the property circle for everything: mortgages, deal sourcing, education, network, events, solicitors, accountants, discounts, every outlet there is. That's my plan. The property circle to take over the whole of the UK. I know it's going to happen. I genuinely know it's going to happen. I know I'm the best at what I do. And this weekend, I've got to spend Saturday with my family. Today, I've got to spend it with some friends. And tonight, I've got to spend it with a lot of people across a lot of platforms, which has made me really smile because, like I said, the best 2 lives I have ever done. So, crack on with this, and I will catch you guys in the morning. I might actually catch you on the way to my office because I'm driving into the office tomorrow. I'm not being driven. Dan's on holiday for a week and I'm left to drive, which you probably don't know this about me, but I hate driving. Like, I really do not like driving. So I have a long day tomorrow. I've also got to go to one of my mentor students' properties in Wolverhampton. He's got a damp issue, Brad. So I've cancelled my dinner plans tomorrow night at 6 o'clock to go to Brad. I'm taking my builder to actually look and see what goes on. And then at 9 o'clock tomorrow night, I have a Property Circle Live where I'm going to be running through some deals that members put into the chat for me to analyse and assess for them. And also, I got bit or stung on Saturday and it's irritating me. It's itching like crazy. It's not a black eye. I'm not YouTube boxing yet.
Monday morning, guys. Daily gang. We are back. Steve O is currently on an important phone call, but he is now in the office.
Okay. All right, I'll speak to you in a little bit ago because Phil's here. All right, I'll see you in a bit. Bye-bye. Good morning.
Big man, Monday morning.
When did you get in?
10 minutes ago.
Okay. Nice and early, I see. Daily gang, how are we? Look who's here as well. Ooh. You snuck in while I've been outside as well. Yeah. You're looking very dapper. Thank you. Guys, if you're wondering why we're all wearing suits and stuff, we have interviews and things today. I also have a meeting with my solicitor this afternoon, which is super important. Monday morning, fresh, happy. Boys are in. Need to get my offices sorted. It's stressing me out, these offices are, because they look very, very plain. Another one. Busy day today. We have the Monday morning meeting at 10 o'clock with all the team. Then we have interviews. Then I have 2 Zooms that I need to get out of the way pretty urgently. They are with my architect and structural engineer. And yeah, got a lot to do. Busy day, long day today. And had a great weekend. Went to Preston yesterday for the JV meetup. Got stuck on the motorway. Really bad accident on the M6. Had to turn around. Was stuck there for hours. So never made it, but we'll have to rearrange it. People still went there and did their thing, but we need to rearrange that. Went out for dinner with this guy yesterday and the family. Had 2 great lives last night. I talked about it. I've got some footage for you to put into the daily today from yesterday. And yeah, let's get on with things. Look at these 2. Look at these 2. Plotting to take over the world. I'm not in a bad mood today. I'm in a great mood. I think you guys have done what you did last week. I think it seems to be moving quicker and everything seems to be going really well. Couple of things that we need to implement, Fiona, this week is the Mighty. I don't know whether you noticed, I've been on the live. I did a live last night. I did a live the night before and then I posted. And then did you see how members started posting the next day? So the live, I don't think you was on the one live. And it was just me saying that the reason that we created the property circle was for people to network. And if you all keep waiting for me to come on the network to post, you're never going to get the most out of it. Then all of a sudden the next day, like somebody put a video, I'm not going to name in case I don't want to be on, but someone put the video on about the journey. Then somebody put the video on about their latest renovation. Then somebody put an intro on and stuff like that. So it kind of
people paid attention. Last night's live was awesome. It was more personal, and a lot of people was on last night, so I enjoyed that. So what I think that we need to do this week is we need to get days that they know I go on instead of making it ad hoc, because I'm consistently inconsistent on there, if that makes sense. Like, I'll come on for 4 days every day and then I'll just disappear for 6 days. So I think we need to put a bit of a schedule together, which I know you wanted to do in the future, but I kind of feel like it needs to be done now. I think we need to put a day on when you go on and you just do your own live, just a 30-minute questions and answer, and I think you got to do it once a week, every week. And then I think it would be pretty cool if you could just put an update video on once a week. Just shoot something in your house about success, what we've done for Property Circle members. And then Greg, I think you should have a day in the week, if you feel confident, both of you. If you don't feel confident doing it, just tell me.
I don't mind. I've done a few last time. I can actually say to Ayush if I just done one every, Monday or Thursday quickly, yeah. He shot me one last time. Just do it again every Monday while I'm here.
Just an update?
Yeah.
Just a little bit of what's going on. Maybe some of the things that we've done for members. You know, I don't know. John's about to complete on a buy-to-let that we've done or something, and maybe just talk about some numbers or something. Yeah. Or you can actually not say the name of them. You can just say a Property Circle member is about to complete on this, and this is the breakdown of the numbers. But I think one video a week and one live a week will massively help.
Well, we'll do the video with Ayush every Monday. Then questions might come off the back of it on like Thursday for the live or something.
Yeah, but you lot, if you work with Fiona,
I'll see what days you're doing and then
yeah.
do that.
Well, that's what I'm gonna get. We want to get out of the way today, and then Greg, if you want to go on and talk about deal sourcing, and obviously whatever you want to do, and if you can put a day in today, so we can get that, so we know. Sam, I think you should go on as well, and I think that you should do a little bit of. Running a business, sales, marketing. I think that you could think it. I'll introduce you on a live, because obviously you're on the 11, but I'll introduce you on a live and get everybody to know who you are and what you do, and then maybe you have a day as well where you go on, and then if we can pick a day a week that I go on, and then at least everybody knows that these are the days that people are coming on, so they all know to get the questions and answers ready. And I think the interaction then will massively step up. And we're focusing then the Property Circle on other people as well. I think that's really important. So if we can arrange that after this meeting today, just get it. Is that everybody happy with that?
Yeah.
Nobody feels that they don't want to do it just yet, or they're not confident? No. Okay, so that needs to be implemented, and I think we can kind of start that this week. Even if you only go on live for 10 minutes to say, I'm coming on live next Tuesday for a full 30 minutes. But once we put the dates and times in, we have to stick to the date and times. We have to run it consistently all the time. Anybody want to add anything? Is there anything anyone thinks that we could do a little bit better as well on the Mighty? Because I know you're creating all the spaces.
We can encourage, can't we? We can all encourage people to, like, we can put trigger questions on. We can encourage people to interact. We can encourage people to post stuff. We can go on and go, hey guys, how you doing this week? Show us some pictures of your developments, and then just create a talking thread. Because the more little threads that come on, the more people talk, the more people interact, the more people will be interested, the more people will come in and interact.
Yeah. The app needs to add value.
I think we've spoken about this before, haven't we? But if you're at a point now where you're ready to do that on a regular basis, and we can put that structure in place.
Yeah,
can't we?
it needs it, because the app, the last 3 days has been awesome, but then when I didn't post for 4 days, it was dead. It makes a big difference. But when people realise there's more to it, and the interaction side of what you're saying, the interaction matters. When someone posts something like they did last night, but you didn't comment on it, you didn't comment on it, and you didn't comment on it, so you're all going about interaction, but people commented, people put stuff on the app yesterday, people put the developments on there, people put their first video on there, but none of you commented and said well done to anybody. None of you. Well, if us as the owners and the team don't comment, we're not encouraging other people to comment. But when they start seeing that we're commenting and we're giving praise, other people will be like, well, if I put my stuff out there, maybe I'll get some encouragement. So we need to make sure that we go on the app
and we are doing what we need to do as the leaders. So you know, we've got to interact with other people instead of encouraging other people to interact. We've got to show that we're doing it, which is key.
There's a lot of people in the network doing some really interesting stuff as well, so we can start getting people to share it a bit more.
The newsletter's key.
Yeah, well that's
The newsletter is so important for us, because that newsletter again will give people encouragement. So you imagine we have all the Property Circle members, and then we're sending a newsletter to all the Property Circle members. Then we have people who are not Property Circle members because they don't know what to do, like they've signed up for the newsletter, and then they start seeing the recognition that Property Circle members will get from the newsletter and stuff like that, and they'll be like, I want to be part of that. And then also, how cool is it for a Property Circle member to get a message from somebody completely irrelevant who they've never met saying, oh, I saw you, amazing what you're doing, that's a great thing. It only takes one message. But the app needs a lot of work, but easy things to start with. We can implement so much more going forwards, but if we just put these little things to start with, you watch how the app starts forming into something really cool. So that's the app, which I know you're in charge of, and I know you've got loads of ideas, but maybe just do one at a time.
Yeah,
so this week, you know you're going on live at some point on there. You got to pick what time you can go on live. Obviously, you've all got children, so you've got to work it around certain things. But sometimes, guys, time of day doesn't really matter, because I go on at 10, 11, half 11 at night, and people still come on, which is pretty cool. So yeah, that's important. I think we need to get on the website that we do the Instagram lives on Sundays and Wednesdays. My interaction last night on Sunday's education session was awesome.
Yeah.
It was the best live I've ever done.
I listened to some of it, it was good.
Yeah, the best live I've ever done.
The interaction was
and I've
amazing.
got so much stuff that's come off the back of it, which I need to go through with the team today. But that Instagram live, people will be like, well, if he does that here, what does he do on the circle? Which the circle members know. Like the conversation on the Instagram circle live last night was nuts. People just was asking like personal questions, which was pretty cool. It was nice. So that's that. They need to go on the website. It needs to have headers on the website that we do Instagram lives. And then we talked about entry levels, and we've talked about this in the past. So this is what I want the entry levels to be going forward from today. The entry level on the website will be a £10 contract. You can buy a PDF contract, well, not a PDF because they need to obviously edit it, but we need to put a contract out. So whether it's one contract or multiple, there's two different things here. So what's probably the most important contract in property, to everyone's opinion?
Builders or something, what you do with the builders.
Builders contracting, what yours? I'm asking the question, I don't know the answer.
Say that's the one that
Well, that's what most of us should be
NDA.
using.
NDA for what though?
Well, it'd be like for the deal sources.
Yeah,
wouldn't
but
it?
not
That's-
more
Is that as
people
big as
builders,
is that as big as a builder's contract? Is an NDA contract as big as a builder's
I
contract?
think there's more
is-
people doing developments across the whole group than the proportion of
Yeah.
deal sources.
So our builder's contract
Yeah.
is sensational, because in our builder's contract we have the snag list, we have not snag list, we have the stage payments, we have the specification sheet, we have email trails.
Yeah.
Our contracts, I believe, are the best contracts in the UK. So the £10 is to get a copy of our builder's contract with a specification sheet in there and stage payments. Okay, that should be £10. Now I can't take credit for this because it was his idea, Duna's idea. Because when we was driving the other day, I was like, I need entry levels. I need people to see how much value we offer without having to spend £1,000 or £250 to become a member. And he was like, why don't you just give out contracts because you do them every single day? And then the second entry level will be £50 for a bundle pack of contracts. So in that contract, you can get a JV agreement, a loan agreement, an NDA, checklist, refurb breakdown, a price list. These are some ideas. I don't know what actually goes into it, whether you want to give all that, but there's your £10 entry level. and there's your £50 second entry level. So we need you guys to make a breakdown of the contracts.
We've got a third tier.
Third tier is the TPC tour,
£100.
£99.
I was going to ask if we could get some more of those arranged.
Of course.
Can we
if
make
if
can we make the £50 49 then?
Okay, I'm just giving you guys.
And
So
then
this
£9.99.
bundle, because I know like, I've been working my way through a lot of these contracts anyway, slow down. So some stuff has been done and some stuff hasn't. But that's all going to go into the property circle network anyway. On a
When you're part of the circle,
you get it anyway.
you get it.
Yeah.
But if you don't want to join the circle, or you're having like, I don't know, because a lot of people don't know, and we never do sales calls. We don't force people to join. But if they have an option to go on our website and they can just pick out something,
Yeah.
a lot of people will spend £10 to see what level our contracts are at.
That's fine. So I can put everything onto there.
Yeah.
So.
And then when they see it, they're like, wow. And when they get it checked over by a solicitor, they'll be like, oh my God.
I like this because it means that you've got like a really basic entry level, then you've got like an entry level that's just documents, and then you've got like an entry level that's show and tell. So if someone wants to see it from a clerical perspective, they've got the book.
Well, the difference with everybody else in the industry and me on the TPC tours, you're going to my developments.
Yeah, you're not taking them to random people's houses.
No, they're my developments. So the TPC tour, to me, is another way of people seeing what we do without actually becoming a member. So when they see the tour, every single person that's ever gone on a tour with us have gone, oh my God, that's unbelievable. I would have paid £5 for that. But we can do it at that figure because we're not doing it for a profit. We're doing it for a reason. And then next up from the TPC tour is how to make your first million. And I believe that should be $299, or whatever price you guys think is the selling point.
Sorry, go again, mate. Sorry, I was typing.
So you've got your £10 entry level, which is just one contract. Then you've got your bundle of contracts, which is 50. Then you've got your TPC tour, which is 99. Then you've got how to make your first million, which is a day with me. And that should be $299, I believe, going forward after this one. But obviously this first one is to see how it is.
Yeah,
now,
yeah. So how to make your first million.
Yeah, so this event on the 29th, I know me and Fiona have been there and we've gone through what we want to do, and this event has to be a game changer, in my opinion. I want to offer with this, and obviously we've not put this out to social media, so nobody knows. So all these people who've signed up, they don't know this. Because it's more about business and being an entrepreneur, and you know, it's not all about property. Obviously, even though my business is property, I know how to build businesses. I want people to be actual. I want to have like a Monday morning motivation group. So like at 6 a.m. on a Monday morning, people who are part of the How to Make Your First Million group automatically become a part of a Monday morning motivation thing with me, where I do a Zoom.
Yeah.
And anybody who's been to the How to Make Your First Million, it's like accountability. What are you going to do this week? So when you wake up on Monday morning at 6 o'clock, and we're on a Zoom before you go to work and you set out your week, I mean, I don't think it'll work on a Sunday because I do my education on a Sunday. So Monday morning, 6 a.m, every Monday morning, I come on with whoever's part of the How to Make Your First Million groups, and it's like an accountability check where everybody can interact with everybody. I'm obviously there giving everybody, come on guys, this is Monday morning, you know, blah 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 blah. I know how to make people motivated. I know how to inspire people. I believe that if you start your week correctly, because I start my week, remember, on a Sunday. Sunday's my Monday, technically, even though my week overlaps. But most people's process is Monday morning, and we can't get people out of that mindset. So if we can inspire them on a Monday morning at 6 o'clock before they walk out their house or walk out of wherever they live, I think that's a game changer. And I think with the How to Make Your First Million, if you attend that day, you become part of that group.
It's like just an ongoing thing for anyone that ever attends any events.
Yeah.
There will be a call that they can join.
They can join, and it doesn't matter whether they join. I don't know how you want to do it, Fiona, because I know you're part of, or is it like a year? The first, like it's a year, and then I don't know. But obviously the people who come to the first one on the 29th, that's the first batch of group who are part of something. And when you're part of something, it's good.
Because 12 months and you could build.
Everybody's holding everyone
network out.
accountable. You can ask me anything you want. I will inspire you. I'll give you the week. It's just I believe it's a nice thing.
Should we set up another mighty then?
I don't know. It's down to you. Got this is Fiona's.
Let's just see how it goes first with the Zoom calls.
But if he's going to make it into a thing, like a brand, like a thing.
I wouldn't make it. Nothing's ever been deteriorated because we're going to go on to that again with the Let's Sort Property in a minute. But
it's a whole additional.
we don't want additions.
Yeah, let's just see how it goes.
I think just a Zoom. It's easy to put everybody into an email.
Yeah.
That it's very simple admin.
Yeah.
And it's just a Zoom link emailed out to the members of How to Make Your First Million.
How often do you want to run those events?
I'd rather just do a 30-minute Zoom call Monday
No, I
morning.
mean the day events. How often do you want to do them? Once
Would you
a
do it every
quarter?
quarter?
Yeah.
Every 3 months? Because then it gives it 3 months to...
Yeah, I think that's good.
Yeah, I'd like to do that because I think that How to Make Your First Million is a super important thing because it's not property.
Yeah. I think a group like that on a Monday morning would be amazing.
Yeah.
Because that's what most people need. Because a lot of people, they don't have the discipline, but they need the motivation.
Yeah.
And that kicks them. That
Yeah.
kicks them to start the week off.
Yeah, because I think like there's certain things that you can talk about in there as well. It's like if you have a weak mindset or you don't have any discipline, well, your first stage of the discipline is waking up on a Monday morning at 5:45 and getting on a Zoom, and that's the start. Secondly, make your bed. You know, that's the second thing.
You've done something similar
Miracle
before,
Morning.
haven't you?
There is an amazing book called The Miracle Morning.
Yeah.
Hal Elrod was the guy that wrote it.
Who?
Hal Elrod, American guy. And it's an amazing book. And he breaks the morning down into just short chunks. And you start off with exercise, the usual thing, exercise, gratitude and so on, movement. It's fascinating, but there's a massive, massive Facebook group that follow it.
That's good because I think
Yeah.
everybody needs motivation.
Everyone
Like I
needs to
said,
start the
Monday
morning
morning.
properly and importantly start the week off properly.
Because half of the country have woke up this morning upset, angry that they're going into work in an office
Yeah.
or they're going to work.
Bleary-eyed and they don't know what they're doing with the week.
Yeah, so I think it's I think that's another thing that we can have. Again, all of these things need to be on our website so people see. But I'm excited about that. I think that'll be a really cool feature, and hopefully people, sort it out. Did we get the screen sorted for the 29th? Like, are you happy with them? Because I know we're having two, aren't we?
Yeah, I just need to know how to pay for them.
Okay. Have you got the cards?
I haven't got cards yet.
Where are these cards? Where are all
We
these
said
bank
we'd
cards?
sort them out today.
But where are they?
They're in the drawer over there.
Okay, just take the cards.
No, they aren't. The one that we need is not.
So where is that?
Is it at Mere Green?
I don't know if it's there yet, but it's.
Oh, might not have dropped it off.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get sorted today. I don't know who's got them, but you
So
need them.
That's one of the things.
But are they ready to order?
Yeah, I've got them.
What's the delivery time on them? Do you know?
3 to 5 days.
Okay, so we will get them
So
before
if we
the
order
event.
them today, we're fine. We just need. I need to speak to these guys about the
Yeah.
doing some graphics and. branding
Okay,
for
and I
them.
think that you three, I think you all need to have the specifications of it,
Yeah.
so you know whether it's up to date. Like, is it 4K or whatever it is, or is it higher
Size.
resolution? What size? How does it work? What do we implement to get the stuff in? So you need to review these screens because I'm buying like 10 of them, but we're having 2 to start with, and you guys just need to make sure it's right. So I think that how long have we got for the events? We've got a week and a day. So I think me and you can go over it today.
Yeah, I've got a few things to go
Yeah,
through
so we
with
can
you.
do that afterwards. But that's the How to Make Your First Million. That needs to be something that we run with. The Property Circle, How to Make. But then again, can we do it because it's business? But Steve Hamilton, How to Make Your First Million.
And we're going to get Simon to make some boards,
For what?
like a press board.
The boards are on my list.
Yeah, she wants to talk to us about that afterwards because I don't know whether I actually want boards. I want something new. Like even Phil's like, we're above all that. We don't want press boards. We're above every.
Yeah, people like to take pictures in front of press boards. That's what you have to think of. So you might get rid of them because we're above them, but at the same time.
But can't we
take
have
them
something?
quick.
Because Fiona had something with some
Yeah.
stretch. So
Yeah.
like it's.
What's the alternatives?
Fabric ones.
Yeah,
yeah.
He's in there.
Rogers one had it.
Yeah.
At a stage.
Yeah.
Got some quotes for those. Or
Okay, so
They're
we'll have a
like
look
big
at them.
roller banners, are they? Or what?
No, they're like metal
Yeah.
poles and they pull, they stretch.
Oh, cool, yeah.
So they're easy to transport. Them big things are hard to
Yeah,
transport,
yeah.
And they won't get tatty like the others.
Yeah.
The others will.
because
Are
you know
we
when
going to be
people
able
move
to
the
get them?
boards.
Are we going to be able to get them in 1 week
I
and
don't
1
know
day?
if they'll be ready in a week.
I'm presuming
That's
your
right.
guy
Well, our guy.
Simon should be able to print
Yeah.
something like that.
But we'll figure it out.
Yeah, no,
There's
I'm just
always
because it's a
listen,
week and a day.
everybody will print anything within 48 hours if you pay them the money. They will stop their production. So if someone charges you £1,000 for a stretch fabric, and then, I can't do it for 10 days, that's right, I'll give you £2,000. I'm telling you for a fact that they will stop what they're doing and they will fix it.
Can you guys do some artwork for that then? Because whatever we do, we're going to need.
Yeah, we'll go through all of that together. Fiona, the Let's Talk Property event.
Yeah.
Okay. We need to drop Let's Talk Property.
Okay.
It just needs to be the property circle.
Thank you. Okay. Yeah.
Because you're right, too many disjointed
too much
things.
being watered down too
Yeah,
much.
it just needs to be the property circle. And then you can go, we talk about everything. But the Let's Talk Property needs to be dropped, needs to go. It just needs to be the property circle. And
how can we transition that then?
very simple. It's 10 months. Drop Let's Talk Property, the property circle. That's it. Because
I was just thinking how it reads, you know, an Eventbrite, so it doesn't read differently as people. Can we not change it? Because at the moment it's Let's Talk Property by Steve Hamilton, is it?
Let's Talk Property by Steve. The
so
property circle by Steve Hamilton.
Yeah, so,
it
still,
doesn't
so if
really
people
matter.
still search your name, it still comes up on Eventbrite. That's what
Let's Talk Property needs to be. Yeah, it has to be the property circle. I believe for the events. So this is for the property circle, Let's Talk Property events, because we've still got to say Let's Talk Property at the minute. And the 29th, How to Make Your First Million, I believe Tom has ordered nearly everything we need.
Yeah, but all the only
can
thing
we just go through what you've ordered so she knows, so you can tick it off the list?
So I've ordered. I found some flight cases for the 65-inch screens. They're not flight cases as such. They're like called moving cases. So they're for
Did
moving
you find
house.
any that would fit these?
So then that's what. So
Digital.
these are just the. They can get them man-made. They can get them handmade. So there's no issue there. We can
But
get
will they be here in 8 days?
These ones that I don't know the size of, but our screens will. They're in stock.
Okay.
So the 65-inch ones, yeah. But
So is that
obviously-
just for a screen though? Because all ours are on stands.
Yeah.
So we have to disconnect the screen,
Or
unhook
you
it.
can unzip it and put it over, can't you?
but then are the stands going to get damaged on movement? Because
How are
obviously,
you going to protect the stands? Like, we can probably get them
because
to try and
obviously
make something.
the one thing I
know what
don't
mean.
want is, you know, like when we're at one of our
And
events
everything's scratched.
and we have like that stand with the screen, I don't want it to look like it's scratched and it's second hand. It has to be pristine. Everything has to be pristine all the
I think
time.
you're going to struggle with that, just that alone, because obviously the
Well,
wheels.
maybe we just have to wrap it in bubble wrap.
Yeah, the wheels are at the bottom of it, and the wheels
Like
after.
vinyl wrap for them, or they're a bit awkward looking though, aren't they? For
Yeah, to get wrapped around that Fiona is hard
You
work.
get like spray protection for mountain bikes and stuff, so you must be able to get someone.
I just don't like scratch stuff.
Yeah.
So like when it's on show in our room, it has to.
What I was
like,
going to do was I was going to buy, you know, the chrome stands with the black feet, because then at least 3/4 of it is chrome. Chrome you can't really.
Chrome scratch is quite bad.
But it won't. It's not as. But yeah, but the chrome's not as visible. So if I was sitting here and that was scratched, I could see it was scratched. But whereas chrome, you wouldn't see it.
Okay. So
Because
some of the
it's silver, isn't it, rather
tell
than-
us what you've ordered.
So I've ordered the extension leads, the big crate to put all the extension leads in. I've bought all the HDMIs. I've bought a splitter for the HDMI, so it'll run 8 screens, which is what we want. And I've got the contact to order the 6 screen covers. They're in stock locally. They're made for moving companies. So I can order those.
Have you got?
I've ordered the. And then
Have you got
Sorry,
a
then-
screen for my big screen?
I've got to call him about that
Because that
you-
has to be on site.
Yeah, but you can call to order for that, but I'm a bit worried about that
Okay.
because that's not the sort of thing that you can just. These are like moving bags. That's a bit different. If
Okay.
you touch that like that,
Do
you
our
damage the
new
screen.
screens that you're ordering, Fiona, come with protection?
No.
Okay, so we've got to figure.
Can you buy flight cases for them though? Surely
Well, I've struggled to find them so far, but I'll ring the company.
They might have
they've
something.
got to do them because if they're doing, that's going to be for an international sort of event in product that is. So they've got to do. And if they don't, send me the dimensions and I'll get this man to make some. So we've got pretty much everything. The only thing I haven't got is
Stands.
6 matching stands.
Okay.
For 65-inch TVs, which I know that we can just order offline. Like, I just hadn't got around to that part.
You know the stands we order? I want them to be futuristic. I want them to be like.
Okay.
I don't want them to look like that. Basically, don't like them.
It's like a school telly, isn't it?
Don't like them at all. But also, you've got to make sure the boys have got USBs. Like as many USBs as possible, because everything's plugged in the back through USBs. If we do have individual and they're not all linked together off a laptop,
Okay.
so make sure there's USBs for everybody.
Are we taking the press boards still for the back of the room?
Yeah, for now. Unless we can get the stretch ones made in time, but yes, we will. Because the way you guys set up the Leeds event was awesome. So you guys need to make sure that all of the lights, you know, the lights that we have the tubes, you've got to make sure we have enough. If you need another 100, I will buy you another 100. Don't scrimp and save. Whatever you guys need, I will pay for. It has to be exceptional. Everything has to be exceptional. Do we have table covers? Or do we have to hire them?
To be honest, they've not. We spoke to them about it, and they were supposed to contact me, weren't they, on Friday?
They're so laxy-daisy, it's a joke.
One of my things today is to chase them and ask about refreshments, the stage, the PA system, table covers.
The guy who showed us was that laid back and he fell over when he walked through the door.
Which part that we on about?
Yeah, it was unbelievable. He was lost, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was lost.
Like, he was lost.
He nearly fell
I'll chase
over
it
when I shook his
today.
hand.
Okay. But
I've ordered your power pack
Yeah.
for the van
Happy days.
for charging your laptop on the move, and I've ordered the 100-watt charger that plugs into the thing as well. So that'll be here today.
is everybody
He's
going to be
Swansea.
at the 29th event? Everybody here can make it. Is everybody going to be at the... Are you two okay to make it?
We'll sort something out, yeah.
But you don't have to be if one of you can make it.
The plan is for us to both come,
Okay.
but Greg's coming to the one on the 27th as well.
Yeah.
27th. Oh, that's a whole day. That's. Oh yeah. So the 27th is here, isn't it?
Yeah, so I just, I think I confused Tom because I just updated the address. It was in the calendar.
It was going to be at my Mere Green offices, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And now we're doing it here at Colmore Road.
But I hadn't realised that Claire had booked the room upstairs. And
Yeah, she
I
had.
don't know if she's paid for it or not.
More than likely, but it doesn't matter because I'd rather do it here.
Yeah.
So if we are doing it here.
Hang on a second. Wait a second. I don't know yet because the only thing about here is we don't have facilities to get everyone to sit down. Whereas at Mere Green, we have facilities for everybody to be upstairs.
Ah, okay.
So that's the thing. So do I want to go and buy? Because also you've got to remember when the media studio is built there, where are the spaces for everybody? There's not. So
And likewise, parking and things, Mere Green, for all these people to come to an event is
how many?
way more
Because obviously our
practical.
sourcing division now has been whittled down to like
Yeah.
13, 14 people. How many people are attending?
I think we've got about 10 so far.
Okay, so as long as 10 people attend, well, so I say as long as 10 people attend, this is for the serious people. The 27th is for my division, my sourcing division. So that is a whole education day. Is it 10 till 3 or something, or
10 till 2.
10 till 2? That is for very serious individuals. So maybe the Mere Green offices, because otherwise you've got to buy 10 tables, 10 chairs, set it up, whereas there it's already done.
If it's already like paid for and
But if it's not paid for, then what? Would you rather do it here?
It's going to cost us more than that to buy the tables and chairs.
well, I don't know because there's 10 people. I don't know. I sort of had it in my head that you would be in
Yeah, I
here.
suppose, yeah. So you can get 8, you can get 10 on this table.
Let's have a look and see how many people have confirmed.
Yeah.
And then
Well,
make
Greg,
a
if you go
decision.
on to, if you're going to do your live, you can, not your live, sorry, you can just go on to the deal sourcing division and you can just say, guys, I need to know exactly how many of you are coming
We've
on
had
this day.
10 RSVPs.
Oh, it's just not
and
They do
then
RSVPs.
Someone this morning and think she'll come, so that's
There's quite a few people that want to join the sourcing division as well.
Yeah.
There was a new one this morning that Sally sent over.
Oh, okay.
I don't know whether you've
So it
got
might
off
be
your own,
more
we
than
should
10
send to you
unfortunately by
also.
the time it comes around. There
Yeah.
might be like 14.
So
I'll
maybe
put it
if
that
Claire's
way
already
round.
paid that
Said
room
both.
Which
sorted,
day?
I do.
Okay.
then we should just stick to that.
Okay. That day has to be again.
Both ways.
Every time that we do an event, every single time that we do something, we have to go above and beyond anything else out there.
Yeah.
So the 27th event, me and you have to sit down and we have to plan it accordingly. And it has to go exactly how it's supposed to go. So the 27th, obviously it's not advertised. It's not out to the public. It's for our deal sourcing division. And obviously there are people who are with us, so we have to give the same, we have to go above and beyond with it. So you guys decide whether I'm doing it here or I'm doing it at Mere Green.
Can we have that decision like?
Yeah, once you finish, you can
Well,
discuss.
I think maybe we just phone Mere Green and just check
Yeah.
that the room's there. and then-
But I can just check the bank. I'll just look at the bank and type in and see if she paid it.
Yeah.
I don't think she would have. I think that.
Well, I'll check. There's no point presuming. I can check. Okay, so that's all the events that are coming up.
Where would you prefer it?
Me,
Yeah.
I love being here. I love my offices here. I like the light. I like the bright. Being at GMK House upstairs, it's like a classroom. This is more free flowing. People are like
Do it here.
People are very relaxed here. But
Even
obviously,
if
if
there's
there's 40,
15, you can make it work here. There's 10 on this table.
yeah, no, but I don't want 5 people sitting over there. So we'll figure it. We'll make it work. One way or another, we will make it work, okay? So that's that. And then, yeah, as long as everyone's made notes of all that, that's super important. Everything gets done straight away. And then, going on to you, you've got the booklet done, haven't you? Is it ready to print now?
Well, I just wanted to run because we've done a second booklet, haven't we? So
Yep.
we've done 2 booklets.
Yep.
I wanted to run through with everyone today to make sure everyone's happy. If there's anything I've missed, whatever, anyone. So actually tweak that and then I'm going to print them today. I did.
Okay.
Everyone's happy with everything today. The 2.
Can you introduce into the printers so you guys have got your own thing? You've done your lives, haven't you, on the 11 network, on the app?
Yeah. So every Sunday evening and every Wednesday evening. So we're doing 2 hours on
Okay,
a Wednesday.
whittle that down to 1.
1 a week.
Yeah, 1 a week. There's no point doing 2. And I'd probably do it midweek Wednesday.
Keep on Wednesday.
Yeah, do it Wednesday, 8 o'clock, or Wednesday, 9 o'clock. Probably do it after I've done the live.
I think that's what
Or
we need to
before.
do. Yeah, because I think we've crossed.
Yeah, because a lot of agents from 11 is like, still I'm missing your lives
from your
because I'm on the 11 one. So maybe do it like 7 till 8
Yep.
on a Wednesday. But obviously remember, you're also going to be on the app. So you need to speak to Fiona on what day is your
Any
day.
event, anything that any of us do, ever, should never clash with him. Ever. Ever.
Yeah.
Just common sense
Yeah, I agree.
approach to
I
it,
think it's
guys.
just the way it sort of felt, but I agree.
What do you mean, the way you
It would
booked
be
it?
helpful.
Put it in there.
Second.
It would be helpful to have the stuff that Sam's doing and the lives that you guys are going to do actually in the calendar as well.
Yeah,
So
okay.
that
Yeah,
it's
that'd be
easier.
quite a good idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that was one of my questions, the calendar, in terms of who's managing.
Well, we don't have anyone managing apart from him at the minute.
So
But because he's got so much going on, and he knows, like, you are amazing, you're incredible, but you will miss shit.
Yeah.
Because your brain can't cope with everything. So if like Tony texts you now and says, I'm doing a live at 4 o'clock, and you literally go to put it in the calendar, but then your phone rings from an architect who's stressing you out, and you have that 25-minute conversation, you put the phone down, you can forget that Tony said something. So we do need to get it sorted. So like we have interviews today. So maybe the role of that person can be the calendar for now, because I don't want you to have to do it, because that's not your job. You're not admin. You're here to grow the business. So we will get somebody implemented this week who does that. But for now, we have to just do it ourselves. But the calendar is a shit show. It's an absolute shit show. But again, it's a very easy thing to rectify.
I've started to rectify it. I've started to move things around. I have to sit there for like an hour of a night. I'll probably have a look tonight. I'll sit there for an hour and I'll go through everything that's booked in from now till forever, and I can sort of decipher, and I'll drop you a text, or I'll drop you a text, and we'll decipher what should be there and what shouldn't. And I'll drop a few clients a text and I'll remove some things out, which I started doing last night, didn't I explain to you? I can fix it quickly. It's probably better for the fixing part for me to fix it, because I know what we're doing, what we're not doing.
Yeah, but then you can just implement it with a new person.
And then the new person then can start it as they mean to go on, and it needs to be with the colours, with the words, with the initials next to it. If you're going to a meeting, if you're going to, if I am, you have a completely different colour to all of us. We shouldn't be the same colour to.
No, silent, please.
Yeah, so we shouldn't be the same colour to Steve, so he can look at his diary and go, that's what I'm doing today. They're all in that sage green colour with him. So anything that he's going to is sage green. I leave my stuff a different colour.
We'll have somebody ready for the end of this week who's running that. We've gone off topic a little bit with something I just wanted to discuss. My fault, completely just missed it out. You know when we got up to the how to make your first million, and I said 299?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry Sam, we'll go back to you in a second. After that we have the online training, which I think we're filming tomorrow, or whatever date.
It's supposed to be today, but it looks like it's been moved to next Monday.
Who moved it? I didn't move. I don't touch it.
I just thought that's on.
No,
Okay.
I haven't.
Okay, can we go through the diary together after this, and we can book it in?
I thought it was today as well after this meeting.
So then we have the online training, okay? And I don't know what you're charging for that. Are we charging $495? Are we charging $695? Are we charging?
I think it's a conversation we need to have about the in-person.
Okay, well that's the next one then. So that's your next, after the how to make your first million at 299, the next one is the online training. Then we have in-person. If I do an in-person day, I think once every
6 months, twice a year.
I keep, sorry, I got to go in there. Every time you talk, I keep moving this one down. Where does this one sit?
So that one,
Because surely that one sits above the...
Yeah, so where it says how to make your first million at 299, we have membership to the property circle. So that's 250 at the minute. But I know Fiona wants to do a monthly on it.
Well, ideally that's where we would get to, but I don't want to open it up for monthly membership when I feel like we're not doing what we've got in our heads for the
So how about we run it for 6 months at the way it is?
Yeah.
We still have that £250 to join for 12 months. And then in 6 months' time, we go back to, can we put a monthly fee for people?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't want people to join and then it's not where we want it to be, and then them think, well, this isn't what I thought
I agree.
it was going to be.
Okay, so to keep the 250 above the how to make your first million for now then, because it's on the website. Then we have the in-person. If I do an in-person day, that's your next price point, £1,000. It could be higher, it could be lower, I don't know, but that's your next one. Then after that, we have the HMO weekend, self-contained units and flats. That's £3,000 for now, so that's our next level. And then after that, it's mentoring and coaching. So that starts at 5,000 and goes up to whatever the relevance is. But that's things that we need to discuss in the future. And then I also wanted to do entrepreneurship and business mindset.
What sort of product is that? Like coaching, maybe?
Well, that's something that we need to discuss, but I believe that needs to be put in there because, yes, I am a property developer, but I also know how to make shit happen and build things. So I should be doing something on it, and that's something that we need to discuss as a team.
Sort of put that right next to that.
Yeah, I don't know where it sits. Maybe once a year. I don't know.
Oh, you're on about not like a month.
No, just like a weekend or something like that. But that's the levels. And I think we need to stick to them. And if we stick to them, anything that we do in the future, we don't need to digress now. We've got it. This is it. £10 entry level, £50 bundle pack, TPC tour for £99, TPC membership for £250, how to make your first million for £299, online training, £495 or £695, in person, maybe £1,000, HMO weekend and the self-contained units and the flats, £3,000, mentoring and coaching starts from £5,000. And then we've got that one with the entrepreneurship and business mindset. That's like a day or a weekend.
It's going to be like
we don't
a £3,000 again, isn't it? Like
but
that?
we don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know.
We don't know, so I'll put...
But that's all the things I think that we should stick to. And I think we should work now to getting all of them on the website over the next 2 months. That's what I think we need to get them on.
I think to do that, obviously, omitting the online training thing, to do that, we just need to agree the next plausible date for each of them things.
Yeah.
That is it.
But we can get them all done. Okay. I missed that one because obviously we went on something else. But that's where I'm at with that. Sam, I think that after last week, you've kind of got a new perspective on how you want to push things. You just do what you want to do. I trust you. Just carry on with what you're doing. But I do need you to take that live down to 1 a week.
Sure.
Twice a week is just a waste of your time because you can get everything done in one. Okay.
Yep.
And then I think you need to start utilising the boys to getting some content out there, as in join 11. This is what we're doing at 11.
Yep.
Updates. I think you need to be promoting the company and getting the company out there and telling people what we do. So many people want to be luxury real estate agents, but they don't understand how to do it alongside their 9 to 5.
Sure.
Maybe work out a campaign where you can show them how there's people who have got full-time jobs, you know, and utilise the agents around us who are working from 9 till 5. I mean, Alex works 6 in the morning till 10 at night, and she still manages to get MAs, and she's got listings, and she's doing amazing things. But you need to show that.
Yeah.
It's okay me always talking about it,
Yeah.
but you need to use the platforms that we have to showcase it. And yeah, I think everything else is going great. Just keep pushing. Every time we get something, talk about it, put it on. Every time a new listing comes on, every time a sale happens, every time a new agent signs up, use the platforms. Use your platform. Use 11's platform, and use my platform, and promote it and push it out there. Same with you, Greg. I think that we need to have more stuff go out. Now, I know you don't want to be on camera as much, so whatever you need, like I said in last week's meeting, tell the boys what you need, and I will film it to put it out there. So this deal was sourced this week. We have this deal. You messaged me on Saturday saying maybe can you post this on your social media on Sunday, but you didn't send me what you wanted me to post, or did you send it me?
No, I didn't, because we'll come to that.
Okay. Did you sell it?
We've got a viewing today.
Okay.
Or possibly today. So we can talk about it now, or we can...
Someone like you sent it to somebody who said they might have it and they're going to view it today?
Yeah.
Okay, well that's cool. But again, still post it before today, not now, but still send it out there. So you're showing people what we're doing, because everybody's interested in your days. Everybody wants to know what's going on. People love to know what we're up to.
Yeah.
So you've got to start doing it. Same as you, Ton. You've got to start using social media more, because if nobody knows what you do, how is anybody ever going to ask you for help, or anybody going to ask you for something? Do you know how many people message me saying, do you know a good mortgage broker? I'm like, I own a mortgage company. Oh, we've not seen it. I think it's quite... Some people are scared of posting on social media twice. So let's say I post a story and I get 10,000 views on my story. It doesn't mean 10,000 people have consumed that story. It means maybe 500 people have looked at it and listened to it, and 9,500 have just pressed pass, but it still counts as a view. And then say I repost that story the next day, and another 400 people view it from the 500, it's another 400 people that have consumed it, and they go, oh, I didn't know that. Well, I posted it yesterday. But you've got to remember, posting content twice is not a bad thing, because not everybody listens the first time. So I need you all to do a little bit more. Well, I need you all to do a lot more, because everyone's just relying on me, and I'm only one person. You guys all need to rely on yourselves going forward from today.
Should we set a time then where we could sort of use them more? Because sometimes the lads are busy with you. Would that work out if we said...
No, timing ain't going to work.
Okay.
But like now, you know they're here. You all know they're here on a Monday for at least 2 hours after this meeting is done. So, you know, we're there. If you want to book in once a month, maybe, Fiona, we book one Saturday a month. One Saturday, because don't forget, we don't do a lot on the weekends anymore. One Saturday a month where all three of the lads come in, and we'll come in on a Saturday where none of us have got anything booked in, and it's a content day. That might work. One Saturday. I think it works. You can shoot 10 things, you can shoot 10 things, you can shoot 10 things, or something according like that, because then you have content for however long you need it. Now, if any of you don't want to be on social media, okay, you've just got to say, Steve, it's not for me. And we will think of an alternative. Don't just say you want to do it because I'm saying do it. If, Tunny, you don't want to do it, say, I don't want to do it, Steve. That's not me. I will find somebody to do it for us. Greg, if you're not confident or comfortable of actually going on social media, just say, Steve, don't know about that. I'm happy with the live because I'm talking about what I know, but being on social media, it's a whole different thing. Sam, I know you like to be on social media, so you're good with it because you're good at it. You're great at what you do, so I know I've got no issues with you. But if you two don't want to be on social media, you have to tell me now, because there's nothing more obvious than when someone's on social media and you can clearly see they don't want to be on social media. That's not what this is for. So if you don't want to do it after this, say, it's not for me, then we will get somebody to do it for us. Is that all right?
Yeah.
And then that's it, Sonny. The only thing I've got down for you is more social media, spreading the word. That's all I've got. And interaction is key. Have you all spoke this week? The last week?
We actually got a lead on the end of last week.
Friday,
yeah. For Tony, I think you had that conversation, didn't you?
I don't think it worked out.
No,
I don't think the questions were asked correctly to start with for it to be passed over, because it turned out that they had a broker. And then, like I said in last week's meeting, I do not want sale pushy, where someone feels, because the woman actually said, oh, I thought we had to speak to you to put an offer in.
Yeah, and I think that's what we talked about, this sort of thing, is that we needed to just give it a bit of a tester. We needed to roll with it. So now we've talked more about the 5 questions. We know what needs to be said. Like, because over the weekend I had 2 people that are cash buyers that there's no point me passing them over to me.
But there's no point, because what's the point? But when they come to see us, or if they are cash buyers, you can easily get their email address and send them the PDF of what 11 Luxury Estates offers property acquisition, mortgages, it's just an email.
Yeah.
If they read it, they read it. If they don't, they don't. But it's nothing to you guys to send an email.
Yeah.
It's a click of a button. You can even copy and paste a message and then add it in, so you ain't even got to sit there and write a message. I'd prefer you to write the message because it's more real than copy and paste something. But if you don't want to do it and you feel like, oh, I ain't doing that every single time, put a message together, run it by Fiona, make sure it's worded correctly, make sure the correct grammar's used, make sure Greg has read it, make sure Tony's read it, make sure you've read it. Even send it to me if you need to. I'll go over it. I don't want to, but if you want me to, I will. But even just a straightforward, oh, your cash purchases, okay, fantastic. Yeah, you booked in for this date. Are you okay to receive an email from the company just about who we are and what we do? Yes, no problem. Send it. You have the PDF now. One email to 1,000 people might change the course of someone's actions. They might go, actually, you know what? I'm buying it cash, but do I really need to spend the cash? Let me speak to the mortgage broker.
Makes sense.
Oh, I'm buying it cash, but you've got property acquisitions. Maybe if I use your mortgage company, I can free up 700 grand to spend with Greg. Because that's how I would think. If I saw it and it was listed and it was all presented correctly, I'd be like, I'm just intrigued. But that's me. So you got to do them kind of things. And I know it's labour intensive, as you guys will be like, oh, sent 1,000 emails, but you only need one conversion on 1,000 emails. And then you three smashed it. Last week was absolutely incredible. Ayush, I think we need to sit down and get your system in place this week. Phil, absolutely unbelievable effort last week. Duna smashed it with the 2 videos this weekend. I think you took thumbnails back on board yourself, ain't you?
Yeah.
Which is really cool. Did you struggle last week to get 2 videos out?
No, it was alright. But I'm just thinking of this week now again, because obviously we were meant to film Friday, but...
So your videos this week are being filmed today with me,
Yeah.
and then tomorrow we've got 2.
Tomorrow.
So is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday enough time?
Should be.
Okay. So we need to film going forwards on a Friday. So Fiona, if you can make a note that on a Friday, I need to film even one of the 2 videos.
Yeah.
And then Monday should also be a filming day. Like now, we go to the studio and I film the video.
Yeah.
Well, not now, but this afternoon it'll be there.
Yeah.
But you need to figure out what I'm filming and put it into a plan of action. Phil, how did you find last week?
Easy.
See.
I'm not gonna lie.
Are you a bit lost on the evenings now?
Yeah.
A bit lost on the weekends?
Yeah.
I thought so. Ayush, how did you find last week?
It was good, but we need to shoot more reels.
Okay, but the reels now, from today, the reason I haven't posted any reels is because they don't run in what's the word I'm looking for? Uniform. They're not uniform. They're not us. They are just ad hoc with different colours, different size fonts, different things. We can't have that. So everything has to run now, like brand alignment. It needs to run across the property circle and Steve Hamilton. So Steve Hamilton's Instagram now needs to be more about me, what I talk about. The education side of things, when it's on site and it's my properties, needs to go on the property circle page. The biggest video that people liked are videos where you make, where you're disruptive. So when I talked about certain aspects of builders and people failing and negativity, they get the most views. Well, I'm not interested in views anymore. I'm interested in putting positive shit out and education stuff. We don't want no more negative videos on that channel. So if I say like the builders are doing something incorrect, that's educational. But if I'm giving my opinion on how builders act, that's nothing. That's just going to get views from people. So we don't want no more negative. So if you see me do a negative reel or say film this and it's negative, it's your job to say, Steve, I'm not putting that out because it doesn't align with the brand. So everything has to be positive and educational. Now I can be educational where I give a view where something's not gone correct, but if I'm giving my opinion on a certain type of trades or something that I am like putting everyone in the same category, it's your job to stop it. And if it goes out, I'm blaming you. And the videos that everybody seemed to like, and one of the videos that we got the most views on that was positive, was when I stood in front of my interactive screen and I give a breakdown of certain things. That got over 10,000 views. So that's the kind of stuff that you should think. Now you need to figure this out. When I sit down and I do my reels, I end up doing 10 and then I post 10 of the same things. You need to now do it like this. Lifestyle, education, mentality, and business. So you need to make sure that my posts go out in that, or an order of that. And now them 4 things I've just given you, you can change them, and we can figure out what the 4 pillars of this business are. But we need to figure them out, and every single one of them has to tick the box before it goes onto social media. That's your job to make sure that happens. It's not my job, it's your job. So you need to figure out how we do the 4 pillars of our business now, going forward. Everything has to match with colours. So we need to figure out what our brand identity is. Now everybody knows the Prop Circle's orange and blue like Louis Vuitton. Well, maybe that's not us, because I like Louis Vuitton and that's my thing. So maybe the Property Circle needs to be something else. That's where he comes into play, because out of the 3 of you, he's the most creative at the minute. It's your 2 jobs to overtake him. But he's the most creative. And when we first started this brand 2.5 years ago, he had a vision. And that vision quickly got sideswiped because we were just like, put out content. Well, now we need to keep the content at 3 pieces a day across all social media platforms, but they all need to fall in line with what it is. So it's your job. This is all on you. Nobody else in this business is all on you, but you work with him because he knows how to get things in order. So 3 Property Circle posts a day, 3 Steve Hamilton posts a day, and then you've got your TikTok. TikTok, you're not utilising correctly. You're not using the trending sounds. You're not using keywords. You've got to figure it out and make sure it works. LinkedIn, you only need to put a post out on LinkedIn a day. The Property Circle Facebook, you can put 2 or 3, and you need to figure it out you. But again, when you know I'm recording in the studio, it's your job to make sure I get the stuff done. When we're on site, you will know the day before where we are going, because you need to ask me, Steve, what's that property you're visiting tomorrow? And it's your job to put together speak to me, phone me, Steve, what's going on at that property? What are the good things? What are the bad things that are going on? And I can explain. The electric meter's taking 12 weeks to think here. We've hit a water leak in that place. The steel's been fitted wonky. The architect's dragging the feet. The structural engineer's not doing things. The roof's just been done. We're plastering. I don't know what the answer is, but I'll give you everything on that property. Then it's your job to think of the stuff that people want to consume. And we need to go back to basics on the Property Circle page. So me talking about a water leak underneath the property and how many litres we're losing a day is really cool. But also what's really cool is how to get started in property. And you've got to figure that out. So the Property Circle page needs education constantly 3 times a day. Are you okay with that? Definitely. Okay. And then also, because of who you are, I know that you have a degree in media law. So you need to speak to Fiona about what we need to keep everything above board and correct. NDAs, signed agreements for us to use their stuff on social media. So you need to get every single person in this room to sign an agreement to say that we can post them on social media. You need to get it done, because I ain't being sued in 10 years' time when someone's got the ump with me. That's your job today.
Can we have that sorted today? Yeah,
Well, he ain't going to be able to sort it today because he's got to get the documents and get them drawn up, and then we have to get them sent over by... you need to answer that because he's at the thing. Sorry, I know I was saying not to answer your phone, but I know he's there now waiting for you. Yeah, you need to work with Fiona on everything. But yeah, does anybody have any questions today? Or is everybody okay with everything we've said? Yeah?
Yeah.
Definitely no questions on that.
On what we've discussed.
Yeah, but you got loads of questions on that. We'll go through that. Okay then. All right, and sound. So no more meetings on Thursdays.
Okay.
Just a Monday morning meeting every Monday.